sneezes. I told you ice cream in the middle of the night was a bad idea, I said, handing another napkin to him. You had ice cream without me, comes the voice of my 3-year-old as she watches us with a look of betrayal, as if I put her for adoption or something. Drama queen. Today she is free, and since Sophia had an important meeting to attend, I could not ask her to look after Mia either. Before I could think of anything else, she was calling Lucas, asking him if she can come to the office today. And the sky would burst if Lucas ever said no to Mia. So here she is playing video games in my phone, sprawled out on the comfortable couch in Lucas's office. I want to eat ice cream too, she said, stubbornly crossing her arms over her chest and puffing out her chest as she looks down at the floor with a scowl on her face. Mia, it's 10 in the morning. You can't have ice cream for breakfast, I said, glancing over at Lucas, who was now sniffling into a tissue like a kid caught in the rain. But you had ice cream last night. Mia shot back, her lower lip jutting out, her big hazel eyes locked onto me with determination, as if she was mounting a legal case. Correction, Lucas interjected. We had ice cream when you were at home though asleep. No one eats ice cream midnight unless they are grown-ups. He said, his voice comes out raspy and hoarse due to the irritation in his throat. I am almost grown up, Mia said, stomping her foot for emphasis, glaring at both of us like we have just banned ice cream from the world. I rubbed my temple with 2 fingers, exhaling slowly. Darling, being almost grown up means listening to adults when they tell you no. Then Lucas is not grown either because he is sick, and sick people should not eat ice cream, she declared smugly, folding her arms. Lucas chuckled softly, enjoying my misery. She has a point. I glanced at him over my shoulder, silencing him with a glare as I warned him, don't encourage her. Mia grinned, sensing her victory. So can I have an ice cream now? Absolutely not, I said firmly. Her grin drops, and then she pouts adorably at Lucas. Lucas, can you get me an ice cream? I glance back and forth between Lucas and Mia, her pout and his resolve almost crumbling. But before he can give in to her demand, I spoke up. No, he is sick, and sick people don't touch cold ice cream. Mia grins widely. He don't have to. I can do it myself, she announced. A smile paints my lips at her determination to have an ice cream, but unless I want her to spend a week snuggled up in blanket because of cold, I cannot give in to her demands. How about I get you donuts instead? Her face lit up. With extra chocolate syrup and sprinkles? I sighed. Fine, but till then go and play in the recreational zone. She nods quickly before climbing down from the couch and scurrying towards the recreational zone. A sigh escaped me before I plopped down in the couch to relax for a few minutes. Lucas gave me a thumbs up, his expression amused. Crisis averted. You're a good negotiator. Parenting is 90% negotiation, I said with a shrug, and 10% praying they don't outsmart you. Lucas chuckled, looking at the door from where Mia ran away. Well, in that case, you're doing great. Let's hope it lasts until lunch, I muttered, before getting back to work. Ms. Isabella Adams called to reschedule the meeting. I informed him as he blowed his nose in the napkin. He throws the napkin in the dustbin before facing me again. Great. That means I can go back to house early now. Yeah, I think you should go home and take some rest, I suggested. Pushing the chair behind, he rises to his full height. In that case, I am done for the day, he announced, and I nodded. Get some rest. I will go back after finishing the remaining work, I told him. H paused, his voice hesitant as he asked, how much of work is remaining? I frowned. Just need to make a phone call and answer an email. Why? He shook his head. Nothing. I will go then. With that said, he bid me goodbye. Before leaving the office, I rearranged his table, placing the files neatly and papers in place before heading back to my desk and starting with the work. First, I made the phone call and arranged a meeting with the potential sponsorships who are interested in sponsoring the fashion show and gala event. After getting done with the phone calls, I turned my attention to the laptop screen and answered the few emails which were sitting in the mailbox for 2 days. Once done with all the work, I turned the laptop off, slung my purse over my shoulder, and head to recreational zone to pick up Mia. Ma, can I get 2 donuts? Mia started negotiating as soon as she held my hand. Do you want to be toothless? I questioned. It shuts her up until we exit the elevator. When we headed towards the parking area, Mia pulled her hand from my hold and exclaimed, Lucas! I turned around to see as she ran towards him and he picked her up in the arms when she reached him. He reached me in few long strides with Mia in his arms. You have not left for home yet? I asked when he was standing in front of me. My car broke down, he said, gesturing towards his black Bentley, which is parked in the VIP parking. My brows pinched together in question. Did you call the mechanic? Huh? He raised an eyebrow, appearing a little taken back my question before answering after a pause. Yes, of course. Yeah. Ma, we can give Lucas a ride, Mia suggested, smiling widely. Lucas looks at me in question. Of course we can, I told him. Hop in, we will drop you home, I stated, sliding into the driver's seat. Lucas first tucked Mia in the back seat, securing her seatbelt before sitting on the co-passenger seat. The drive was filled with Mia rambling constantly about her friends and Disney movies. She asks Lucas if he loves Princess, and he entertains her for the rest of the ride by talking about prince and princesses. At the bakery shop, I stopped to get donuts for Mia, but Lucas beat me to it. I sat with Mia in silence, checking my phone when Mia spoke. Ma, I like Lucas. I smile. Is that so? Mia nods. Yeah, he always gets me candies, snacks, and even plays with me, she explained. My smile widened and the warmth spread in my heart at her adoration towards Lucas. And you make him a princess, she frowns. Why can't he be princess? Because he is a man baby. Shouldn't he be a prince? I ask, giving her my whole attention. Mia is quick to answer, I will make him a prince next time. She paused and then looked at me with eyes gleaming with excitement as she asked, will you be his princess then? You know when it is one of these days when you feel like the world is rushing past you, like the past is catching up to you, and all you want to do is just curl into a ball and cry until you feel better. Yeah, today is that kind of day for me. Our marriage would have lasted 7 years if Nathan hadn't found another woman. Even after keeping the same woman as his secretary, he has the audacity to say that he has not been in a relationship. He was probably right to satisfy your sexual urges. You don't need to be committed, at least not when it comes to Nathan Parker. Lucas had called me half-hour ago to make sure that I was coming. He does not know that it was supposed to be my wedding anniversary today. Any other day, it would not have hurt as much as it does now. But with him back in the picture, trying to appear like he is not only back into the picture, but in my life as well, forces me to remember the memories when I was with him, loving him, and cherishing him like the most precious treasure of my life. With these memories comes the suspicion, if he was ever loyal, even after all these years, I will wonder if he was kissing another girl in the empty classrooms when I was busy. If he was saying those same sweet nothings to another woman when I was thinking of doing something special for him. All these thoughts only ruins my mood, and I would rather keep myself busy than think about something which does not worry me anymore. Ma, we are still going to the amusement park tomorrow, right? Mia questions, looking up from her drawing book with hopeful eyes. I force a smile on my lips. Of course. So be a good girl and don't trouble Grandma till then. Okay? She nods like an obedient child. I turn my focus to my mother, who is sitting on the couch right in front of her, searching through different shows to choose one. Mom, I will be back by 7 in the morning. My mother smiles at me. It's all right, Emily. Take your time. I will take care of Mia. I smiled, feeling grateful to all these amazing people around me who have helped me raise my daughter, whether it's Lucas, Sophia, or my parents. They were always here whenever I needed them. I don't know what I would do without you, I said to her. She chuckles softly. Probably would have put Mia up for adoption. Mom, I scolded, glaring at her. I would never do that to my daughter. You told me that you will put me up for adoption if I did not finish broccoli from the plate, Mia stated with a blank face. I forced a smile. Broccoli is good for health, baby. I tried to make her understand sweetly. Giving me a deadpan look, she countered, It was your plate. Ah, my mother reacted. How can you bully your own daughter like that, Emily? Mom demanded, taking her granddaughter's side as always. You know I don't like broccoli. And it was just broccoli. I tried to justify, but as if. I don't either. Mia added, pouting like a victim at my mother. My poor child, don't worry, I will make a lot of brownies for you, okay? Mom asked. And Mia nodded her head positively and a little too eagerly, like I starved the little drama queen. Rolling my eyes, I made my way towards the main door of the house, calling out on my way, I am off to work. Bye, Ma, Mia called out in her cheerful voice, bringing a smile on my lips instantly as I answered back, Bye, baby. Mia does not let me leave the house without a bye, and I hope she continues to do so, no matter how old she becomes. Mr. Parker, I think this will be a nice choice for venue, Lucas suggested, showing the magazine to him. Nathan hummed, giving it a deep thought before speaking. But I think something luxurious would be more interesting to draw in more exclusive guests. But we must make sure that our brand is not only affordable for rich but poor people as well, Lucas stated. Nathan nodded in agreement. I agree. Taking a brief pause, he added, but if we are thinking of making it big, we must focus on how we can draw more guests and money. Nathan justified. What do you think will be a better option? Lucas asked, leaning forward. He rested his elbows on the table and interlaced his fingers together. The veins in his forearm flexed, visible to eyes, because he has rolled the sleeves up to reveal enough. As the realization settles in about how inappropriate these thoughts are, I divert my attention from his forearms to the venue book. Nathan flips the pages and shows the image of a luxurious boutique hotel. I think this will be more like it. About your suggestion, I think we can keep a few tickets for less privileged ones for the fashion show, I suggested. Isabella interrupted softly. But wouldn't that lower the quality for riches? I pressed my lips in a thin line, giving it a thought when Lucas spoke. We can do one thing. VVIP tickets will be for rich people, and the remaining seats can be sold on a lower price for less privileged ones. What do you guys think? I think it's a great idea. That way, even the show will be full and successful. This is the perfect way to reach every possible audience. I stated my opinion. Nathan looked at me, his eyes lingering on my face for longer than necessary, before he snapped out of whatever spellbound he had created on himself and agreed, Yeah, sounds perfect. Lucas sighs slightly, pushing his chair back. He leaned back and stretched his muscles before announcing, All right, time for a break, guys. I will bring your coffee, I offered. Lucas smiled. Thank you, Emily. It's all right. Smiling, I walked out of the Lucas's cabin and headed towards the coffee machine. The meeting has been going on for over 2 hours, As interesting as it is to work with people as intelligent as Lucas, there is only so much my brain can take at one moment. Happy supposed wedding anniversary, I guess? The voice of none other than my ex-husband reached my ears. Taking a deep breath, I calmed myself down before turning around to face him. We are divorced, Mr. Parker. It's been 4 years. I reminded him. After a brief pause, I added, "It's time you move on." He has the audacity to smile smugly. "But have you, Emily?" I frown. "Huh, have you moved on?" he clarified. "Of course I have. How else do you explain my relationship with Lucas?" I snapped, feeling my blood boil with each passing second of this conversation. He shrugs, stepping closer. He leans against the counter lazily. "I don't feel the need to. You two don't even look like you are in a relationship." I scoff. "Well, I am sorry that we do not walk around with such labels stuck to our head." "You are getting defensive," he pointed out. "You always gets defensive when you are lying." I curse internally. "I don't have time for this. So, if you will excuse me." With that said, I sidestepped to walk right past him with a cup of coffee in my hands, but Nathan surprised me when he caught my wrist, stopping me. "Stay. It would have been 7 years today," he stated, his voice softening. My heart clenches at his voice. It tears apart, and I have to stop myself from giving up in front of the same man who took everything from me 4 years ago. He is the same man who I considered my world, but he took it away from me, and now he is back expecting me repeat the same mistake again. "It does not matter now," I said, silently proud of how my voice came out firm, even though I feel a tremble in my body. "But it matters to me," he argued. "You are 4 years late," I answered, gripping the cup tightly in my one hand as his touch burns in my skin. The silence is still enough for me to hear his sharp intake of breath. "I hope to earn your forgiveness one day." The words came out genuine. The guilt and remorse is evident in his voice. Yet, a part of me stops me from believing the same sugar-coated words again. I pull my hand slightly to free it from his grip, and he lets it go gently. "You can hope all you want, but I'm afraid that day will never come. Not for you, not for me." With that said, I walked away from the place without another word said or heard, heading back to Lucas. "Nathan will be there," Lucas told me. "I don't care." I refused. "I am not going to a business party as your plus one." "But you are supposed to be my fake girlfriend," Lucas complains, whining like my 3-year-old. "What will your ex-husband think if your boyfriend will appear alone?" "Fake boyfriend, Lucas," I said, emphasizing on the word fake for him to understand the meaning of it. "And I don't care about my ex-husband anymore. In fact, tell him it was all a pathetic drama when he asks about it again." "Why would I fight your battles?" He backed away. "Fine." I huffed out a breath in annoyance. "I will do it then. I will tell him about this fake arrangement the first thing when I will see him." "No," he exclaimed, shocking me with the urgency in his voice. "How can you do that? It would make you look petty." "But I was petty," I corrected him. What was I even thinking? Are we in some sort of fictional novel? Or what, I am too old to be this petty and immature? You are not being immature. You are just trying to figure your way out of these overwhelming feelings, and it's completely okay. He explained, his tone soft and words sincere enough to calm the emotional turmoil within me. I sighed in resignation and plopped down on the couch in his cabin, holding my head between my hands. I took deep breath as I tried to fight the tears which filled my eyes. I am not going to cry. It's pathetic. I am pathetic. How can I still cry for the man who cheated on me 4 years ago? Fuck, why is it so frustrating? "Emily." I hear Lucas call my name softly before the space beside me dipped with his weight. I did not answer. I cannot. I feel like another word from my mouth will bring out tears from my eyes as well. Placing his hand on my shoulder comfortingly, he said, "Are you okay, Emily?" That did it. Fuck, it almost made me break down in front of my boss in a very unprofessional way. I know that not a lot of things are professional between us, but I have never cried in front of my boss. It is not only unprofessional, but embarrassing as well. Without lifting my head, I answered him, "I am sorry, I need a moment in silence." Yeah, silence. A few minutes will be enough to fight these damn stubborn tears. He obliged. He sat silently beside me until I battled the throbbing ache in my head. He must be thinking what kind of weirdo he is dealing with. He does not pay me to console me. God, I would not even blame him if he decides to fire me the next day. The thought of being unemployed is enough to make me sober up, pushing the overwhelming emotions somewhere deep. I lifted my head up. Straightening up my posture, I met his eyes and forced a smile on my lips. "I am sorry, that was highly unprofessional. You think I care about that?" He cut me off, my brows drawn together. Huh. You think I care about professionalism when you are literally on the verge of having a mental breakdown? His words said with pure concern warms my heart. He has always been good like this, always a gentleman. I shake my head in answer. That's not what I meant. I tried to think of the right words to explain, but stopped when I realized that it is exactly what I meant. He sighs disappointingly. Forget it. Rising to his full height, he buttons his tux, and without looking at me, he told me, "You don't have to accompany me for the party either. I will handle it." I opened my mouth to say something, but he did not give me a chance as he strode out of his office. I was left behind alone in the confines of these four walls, sinking in the pool of guilt. "Ma, your dress is so pretty," Mia exclaimed cheerfully as she circles me to inspect my outfit from every angle. She often does this, and it only makes me smile every time. "Oh, is Ma not pretty then?" I teased, feigning sadness. "Oh no, you are the prettiest," she complimented, and the corner, my lips tugged upwards in a big smile. Mia is not only my daughter, she is that last thread of hope in my life which kept me going when I felt like there was nothing left to go on. I cannot imagine my life without her at all. It's impossible in every possible sense of the world. "Where are you going?" The voice of my mother reached me, and I turned my head to look at her. She stood leaning against the doorframe, eyes raking over my body with adoration. I twirled once for her before asking, "How do I look?" Mom chuckled. "You have always looked pretty." "That's not what you said when I tried a different hairstyle at the age of 15. I teased, reminding her of the good old times when I was rebellious, eager to look different and beautiful. Mom's calm expressions were instantly replaced with horror. "Don't even remind me. I thought it was a dare. It was hard to believe that you did that willingly." It looked better in my head. I defended meekly. "But bangs looks good on me, don't they?" Mia chimed in like a huge ball of joy. Mom flickered her bangs, pecking her cheek before agreeing. "They look best on you." "Really, Ma?" She turns to me, eyes gleaming with enthusiasm as she seeked my approval. I nodded, smile widening. "You look prettiest." "Anyways, hurry up or you will be late," Mom urged. "Yeah, I will get going," I announced, picking my clutch from the table. "Don't be late," Mom called behind me out of habit. Just then, a childish voice reached my ears from behind as well. "Bye, Mia." The weather looks uncertain. The clouds are thundering and the sky looks like it might start pouring rain any moment. I wrapped my hands around me waiting for Lucas as my eyes keeps flickering to my wristwatch. What if he is not coming? No, He cannot miss such important meetings. Then why isn't he here yet? I hope everything is fine and he gets here soon. The clouds above me threatened with an enraging sound, and as expected, the rain started to pour down. I picked my gown up to rush under some roof to prevent myself from soaking in the rain when he appeared beside me, with an umbrella in his hands, shielding me from the pouring rain. I turned, our eyes met. His amber eyes held mine hostage like the setting sun capturing the sky impossible to look away from. The rain poured down infuriatingly, soaking his right shoulder because of the slight inclination of the umbrella towards me. I held his other hand and gently pulled him closer, so both of us are shielded by the raging deluge. His eyes moved to where my hand is holding his wrist, and I instantly pulled my hand back, offering an awkward smile. His eyes, those golden orbs, lifted to meet mine once again as he asked, "You came?" His voice laced with a hint of disbelief and surprise. Nonetheless, he looks happy. I let a genuine smile curl onto my lips. "You needed me, didn't you?" His smile grew wider at my words, and something in his expression softened, as if a weight had lifted. He didn't answer immediately, just stood there for a moment, the rain cascading down around us, both of us protected under the umbrella. I could feel the warmth of his gaze on me, and it sent a strange flutter through my chest. I didn't realize it until now. He finally said, his voice quieter now, more sincere.